Namaste. Hello everyone. Welcome to Shal Gulhati, Shiva and Mysticism for another episode of Monday with Mahadev. Today, as I'm recording this video for you, it is Thursday and I'm going to share with you an experience that I had in the morning, which is that I went to my grandson Adit's school for Grandparents' Day. Now, Grandparents' Day is a function where these beautiful tiny tots were celebrating things on the stage, performing dances and skits and things like that for us. This school is called the Jodamal School, and its founder is a gentleman called Nandan, who is a few years junior to me. And in our times, interestingly, we both went to the same school in Jammu, which was then the convent school. And later we both shifted to a boarding school, which was in Rajasthan, called the Mayo College. It is evident that my friend Nandan took the best of education from these two schools and in turn made a beautiful school for the Jammuites, if not for our children, at least for our grandchildren, so that they could have quality education here. Now, back to the day. In the morning, when we went for this, it was a totally different experience for me. Grandparents' Day. I went there as a grandfather, and the same things happened. There was a beautiful stage. It was all done up, and one by one, these tiny tots came and did their events, dances, music, songs, and costumes. And this was of the smaller children, I think up to grade 2 or grade 3 only. So it was so beautiful to see these children, their innocence on the stage, some of them forgetting their lines, some of them saying them very well. In any case, all of them very, very cute, catching your attention. And then the thoughts started drifting, and I thought back to the time when I had been visiting my daughter's school when they were children, the daughter whose son was now on stage. I was thinking about those days when I used to go and see my daughter perform on stage, my twin daughters, and that was Parents' Day, or that was the school day, and pretty much the same things used to happen. The costumes change, the songs change, but the innocence of the children remains the same. The idea of doing a festivity like this remains the same. Here is your child, your ward, and he or she is trying to entertain you, trying to please you with his or her talent and showing you what he's learning and expressing love through song and drama and music. And then my thoughts went back even further when I was a child, like many of you who are adults now would remember, that when we were children, be it in a convent school or in a boarding school or in a public school or a government school, when these days used to come, which we used to celebrate the school day or we used to celebrate some function, pretty much in India the same things happen. We light a diya first, we invoke Saraswati or Ganpati, Ganeshji, as was done today, and with a prayer we begin all our program, and one by one all the grades, all the children come from all the classes and do their thing. And I found myself drifting back to the time when I was maybe 4 years old in the convent school, and I'm 60 now, so that is 56 years back, but the memory was crystal clear, fresh like yesterday. And then when I went to a boarding school, I started doing plays, taking part in plays, drama, a more serious nature, but the essence was the same. That person in me who was singing songs on the stage, maybe fumbling, maybe speaking like a child, not being able to form my words properly, forgetting lines or then doing them very well, that person remains the same. That person was the same 30 years later when I grew up and had my children. And that person was the same today after 56 years. The child within can relate so easily to that child on stage, which is your own child, your son or your daughter or your grandson or granddaughter. And only because we have been where they are now, we can relate even more. Just yesterday, when we were children and doing our song and dance, and the time goes by, and then we become parents and then grandparents, but the scheme of things remains the same. So, the Mahadev wisdom in all this, to me, is very obvious. The costumes may change, the songs may change, the stage may be in a different place, the audience may be different. Today you're an actor, tomorrow you're the audience. But the overall theme remains the same. This world is like a festival, like a play, like a circus in which we all come onto the stage, play our lines, sing our lines, and there are others who are watching us and they're cheering us. Some of them are very close to us. They are wanting for us to do our role properly. The others are busy seeing their own children. But the theme is that we all have to go through this, and we all go through this. We all go through this in our school, and that is supposed to prepare us for life. That all of life is but this one performance that is happening. We are on stage and we have to play our role. We have to sing our song. And that is how everything goes. Even God has to do it. Krishna, in the Bhagavad Gita, that is also the song of God. Even when he takes an avatar and comes to this earth, he also plays a role on that stage. Mahadev, the God of gods, Mahadev Shiva, even he plays his role. When there is a Samudra Manthan going on, the churning of the ocean, and all the Devatas and Danavas, all the good guys and bad guys are fighting for things, he plays his role. On the same stage, he sings his lines. He does his part of the play. He drinks up all the venom. And this is life. The theme, like I said, remains the same. All of life is a stage. And we are here to play our role. And therefore, we may as well do it happily, with a cheer, and with the knowing that this is the great pattern. And in the end, we will go back to our source from where we came. With all thanks again to the Jodamal school and all the lovely children I saw today, you reminded me of the child within. I hope you liked this video. Be back with me on Monday and I will come with yet another Shiva wisdom for you. Om Namah Shivaya.